Why would you do that?
We're in the endgame now.
Stay on. Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
Continue. Put her there, pal.
That's the one.
That's it, yeah.
Wow, look at that.
It seems really intuitive.
It is, and really sporty.
You know I need to drive it, right?
Sure. You have driven it already.
Well, I mean, as Tony Stark in Avengers 4, out in theaters spring 2019 I did, but this is us now, buddy. That looks like on. That looks like that. Hoo-wee, baby.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another video on Avengers 4. So I've been getting this comment so often in my Avengers EndGame video that Robert Downey Jr. ruined Avengers 4 in an Audi advert for a new car. So let's break this down. So we got the Avengers EndGame trailer nearly a week ago, and it's quite interesting because this Audi promo, if you go to the YouTube channel, I will link it in the description box down below, they were uploaded the exact same day. So what is said in this trailer, this YouTube video that Audi uploaded? Audi is a massive company. Now, they're not just going to get Robert Downey Jr. in a video to troll the fans. So he is promoting the Audi E-Tron GT that will feature in Avengers 4, as said by Robert Downey Jr., Mr. Tony Stark himself, and everyone is freaking out saying, oh my god, Iron Man doesn't die. But this doesn't really confirm anything. Like I've said since Avengers Infinity War, these trailers are cut to look so misleading. So the Avengers EndGame trailer starts with Tony Stark leaving Pepper Potts a message saying the end is just a journey. So he's leaving a dying message. So they want the audience to think he's going to be dying. He's in a desperate way. But do you really think they're going to kill off the main star of the MCU currently in the first 20 minutes of the movie? No. What's most likely going to happen is he's going to pass out, then someone like Captain Marvel or even Wong can come along if he knows where he is, open up a portal and pull him through it. Realistically, that should be the option that most people are going. But my research team hasn't really come across anyone talking about Wong doing that. But I didn't really say that in my Captain Marvel video because I do believe Captain Marvel will be the one to save Iron Man because she is going to be the king of the MCU going forward. And I know a lot of people are going to say SWJ in the comment section, but it has to happen at some point. It really does have to happen. I think the reason people don't like Captain Marvel is because she is OP, she can move planets, but she's part Kree, so it makes sense of why she is Goku level 99,000, level 9,000 plus Super Saiyan. So why is this Audi promotion important? It's not really important to Avengers 4, to be honest, but it's the same with the Justice League. You had Ben Affleck debuting a new car that featured in the Justice League movie. It's big money for a company to get a new car they're going to release in a major movie. So in Iron Man 1, in the first Iron Man movie that kicked the whole MCU off, they introduced the new Audi R8. And after that, the R8 came out, and everyone referred to it as the car that Iron Man drives. Then in Iron Man 2, the sequel, we had the R8 Spider, which appeared. So you get where I'm going with this. Then in Iron Man 3, we had the new Audi R8 E-Tron, and also there was a Bugatti Veyron that appeared in that movie. Because obviously Tony Stark is a billionaire, he's a rich guy, but he is poor compared to Black Panther, which is pretty funny. So the fact that he says there's going to be an Audi E-Tron GT in the movie and you see Tony Stark driving it, it is kind of a spoiler. It doesn't confirm that he's alive. It confirms that he is going to be in more of the movie than the first scene when he's out in space, left for dead. But I don't understand why a lot of people still think that he's going to die. I still think he's going to die, but not in that opening scene. I think he would die by the end of the movie. Now, they are keeping spoilers under wraps because if he's going to appear in Spider-Man Far From Home, they have to keep it under wraps. But they don't have to keep Nick Fury being there, Happy Hogan, and rumoredly Gwyneth Paltrow, aka Pepper Potts. They don't have to keep that under wraps, but obviously it's a big kind of conspiracy theory in the MCU world that Tony Stark will die by the end of the movie. He nearly died in Avengers Infinity War until his boy, Doctor Strange, gave up the Time Stone and he had some respect for Tony Stark and didn't want to beat him to death. But realistically, we all know it's going to happen in this movie. Iron Man is going to come back harder, no pun, stronger, with a better suit. We already know that from leaked images that he's going to be getting a much greater, he's going to be upgrading this suit, potentially with vibranium, potentially with Wakanda technology, if Shuri ever comes back from wherever she is, because that stuff is a bit misleading. But a lot of people that generally just watch trailers a few times don't understand that trailers are cut in a way that is very misleading. So you walk into cinema thinking you know everything when really you don't. You just have to compare the first Captain Marvel trailer, which everyone thought, meh, oh my god, Captain Marvel's punching an old lady, when really it's a Skrull, not to be confused with a Super Skrull, just a Skrull. Then everyone's watched the second trailer, and now it's changed some people's mind. So the first Avengers trailer, Avengers 4 trailer, is really a teaser trailer, and we won't get much of the plot line until trailer 2, which from what I'm being told is most likely going to drop around February, which does make sense because it comes out in April the 26th, around there. So it would make sense. So I'm like not really thinking that anything in this first trailer is real. I mean, then I'm getting like a bunch of comments in DMs saying, go over the Groot. Groot is not in the trailer. It looks like him, but they're not going to put a dusted character in the first trailer. Yes, they did put Peter Parker, Spider-Man in it. He was on a screen. So the only way they were going to put dusted characters in the first trailer was on a screen that said missing. So guys, don't believe people when they say Groot is in the first trailer, because he's not. Because if Groot was in the first trailer, there would be oxygen in the spaceship, which would mean Tony Stark wouldn't be running out of oxygen, would he? Now just think about that. Groot is like a living, growing tree, so that would produce oxygen inside the ship, which means he wouldn't be running out of oxygen. Yes, he's run out of food, he's run out of water, but if Groot was really in there, he wouldn't be running out of oxygen, would he? Now this video is more of a discussion, really, with myself explaining some things. So is Iron Man going to die? Yes, I'm pretty sure he will. Does this R8 E-Tron GT, does it confirm anything? No, it confirms that he's alive at parts of the movie. It doesn't confirm he's alive after the movie. I mean, I was sent this, I think in the comment section about 5-6 days ago, but I brushed over it because it wasn't really that interesting. But seeing as there's not really many breaking stories in the Marvel Cinematic Universe currently, because we had the big week last week, and rumoredly we're getting the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer next week, but literally everyone already knows what's going to be in that trailer. But it's going to be pretty cool to see Mysterio played by Jake Gyllenhaal for the first time, who's going to be an illusionist. So does Warstu think that Tony Stark's going to die? Yes, I 100% think Tony Stark will die in this movie. You just have to accept it. I honestly think Tony Stark and Captain America will die, confirmed, revealed. But the only question I've got for my audience is, who is going to die in this movie. It's called Endgame, which could refer to a chess piece, a chess game. Yes, I know it doesn't necessarily mean devices, pieces are going to be sacrificed, but why would they call it Endgame if someone or some people weren't going to be dead permanently? Now, I know I said earlier in the video that if Groot is really in the trailer, which he isn't, he would produce oxygen. I don't think that teenage Groot could produce enough oxygen, or could he? Because he only needs to produce enough oxygen for Tony. Obviously, Nebula is an android, so she eventually would die, I guess. In some way, I guess, if she, like, yeah, I guess eventually Nebula would die. But we all know this is cut very cleverly to make you think, a massive talking point, because as soon as this trailer came out, everyone's like, Tony's going to die. They want you to think he's going to die. But like Stephen McFeel said, the writer of Avengers 4, you think you know what's coming. You don't know. We look online, you've got no idea. That's why Warstu, your boy, keeps saying it's not time travel, it's multiverse travel, but of course there's going to be some shape of time travel in it, because if it is a snatch and grab, the stones are going to have to be taken in order to reverse the effects of the decimation that kind of said it in Avengers 4 prelude, that is now called the decimation. But is there going to be another decimation? There's so many ideas and theories, and the fact that we are getting a pretty sweet Audi E-Tron GT featuring its movie is going to be fantastic, and I wish I could actually get a spin in this car, but I guess it's kind of out of my budget currently, so that would be pretty cool. So like I said, guys, it's a common thing for big companies, big car companies, to team up with movies to get their car in a massively budgeted movie that's going to do well, because obviously Avengers Infinity War grows $2 billion. Imagine having your new car that's just about to come out in this movie, and if the movie makes $2 billion, that's a lot of people that would have watched your movie. So they're like, hell, I want to drive the car that Tony Stark drives. Who wouldn't want to drive the car that obviously Batman drove, or Bruce Wayne drove, or Iron Man, or T'Challa? I mean, who wouldn't want to drive a car that was made for a superhero in a movie if you're balling like a millionaire status kind of guy? So who wouldn't want to do that? So that is why companies will do stuff like this. It's just a bit odd that they would allow, obviously, Robert Downey Jr. to say, yeah, I drive this in Avengers 4, but maybe he shot this without knowing what was going to be in the first trailer. Because I guarantee in the second trailer, they are going to show you Tony Stark alive. This is all to build the hype. I mean, people like me, we hyped this movie up before the trailer even came out. We didn't need the trailer. In fact, you got more evidence that Tony Stark didn't die from an Audi advert than you did from the actual Avengers EndGame trailer. Now, guys, let me know all your mad theories down below. Is Tony Stark going to die? I still believe he is going to die saving the day with Captain America. But is it confirmed? Is it revealed? Not really, but I guess you could kind of say it is, because things need to change. They're going cosmic. We've already had it confirmed that we're getting Doctor Strange 2 in 2021. We've got Spider-Man Far From Home in July. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is coming at some point. The Eternals movie. So everything is pushing cosmic. Yes, Doctor Strange isn't cosmic, but he is from the mystical arts, which is kind of cosmic in a way, I guess you could say, because obviously the Dark Dimension and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, let me know. Does this confirm that Iron Man is going to make it into Phase 4? I hope he does, but I'm being realistic, guys. He isn't going to make it into Phase 4, at least alive. What they could do is do what they do with Captain America and have him in, like, on TV, like commercial for kids to kind of help them at school, you know, the scene from Spider-Man Far From Home. But they could just have a hologram Gideon version, not Gideon, Jarvis version of Iron Man, essentially, for whoever takes over, maybe. Anyway, guys, let me know. I know you guys are going to kill it in the comment section to this video. You'll react positively or negatively. Either way, let me know what you're thinking about this concept down below, guys. And would you buy this Audi car if you could afford it? It's obviously going to be over $100,000 when they do release it. Anyway, guys, I will catch you in that next video very soon. Catch ya later.